Hello my YouTube friends, Greg here from Brisbane, Australia with another video of unbiased, uncut, whole truth. So what we're doing today is something different for change. I've got quite old but still current model of motorcycle intercom, which is Interphone version F5. I think it's 3 to 4 years old and the battery used to hold for probably a week. Now it doesn't hold for a day. And the set of two cost around $500 from my memory, and I was not up to buy a new one. Had a lot of search on internet what to do, and I can tell you right now, what's the company, Cellular Line, they don't want you to fix it. The reason is that because battery is cheap, but set is quite expensive. So what we're doing today is our attempt to get new battery in. It may not go to the plan because I never done it before. I'm not professional at this, but I definitely don't have $500 for new set, especially when the old one still works. So what I've got here to try to fix the problem, I've got my solder. I've got a set that I'm trying to fix. I've got a set of tools. I've got cutters, a heat shrink tube. Just in case, I got some tape and a torch to shrink the tube. And of course, I've got a new battery that just received from eBay directly from China. So what I'm trying to do now is I'll do it for the first time. I'll try to do it slow. We've got LiPo battery. We definitely don't want to set it on fire or squish it too much. And I have no idea what to expect. So let's get started. I'll focus camera on the working bench so you can see all in progress. Let's do it here. All right, let's open first old set. So I've got rotating tool, and as you can see, there's a quite good multi-tool. By the way, screws look like it's the head that kind of Mercedes sign, and I think it's size 3.0. So it's almost like Mercedes looking sign. I'm not sure if it's quite visible. And let's put in a screwdriver and try to unscrew the set. Oh, it's working nicely. And yeah, definitely be careful because it feels like they definitely don't want you to repair it. All right, 2 screws out, 4 more to go. There's 6 screws altogether. I think the last 4 are not easy ones. They definitely resisting. All right. When opening up, be careful. From forums, I learned that there's a seal under the plate that basically make the set waterproof. So we try to open it up without damaging the that membrane or gasket. Let's see what's inside. Oh, that's the gasket we're talking about. Very fragile. Very fragile. I think I lost one of the screws. I'll find it later on. But now let's focus on a gasket because it's very sensitive one. I guess you can ignore the gasket if you don't want your headset to be waterproof anymore. But if you do, we'll attend to it later on. Now, let's look at the battery. The battery inside is BAK 502060P. Let's see what I've got here as a replacement. It is SD 502060. Sorry, it's a bit out of focus. It's really hard to. That's better. Now, it looks like the new battery doesn't have any connector. This is why we need to resolder the old one. And this one is kind of glued inside, which is surprising. I'll try to break it without breaking the whole mechanism. And let's try to, oh, it feels like it was leaking for a while. And trying to, the battery is plugged in. We'll try to unplug it. And it is unplugged. The plug is like that, and the battery is out. So now we need to focus on gently cutting each wire without short circuiting, because lithium polymer batteries tend to explode, and it's not something that we want here for sure. So what I'll do, I'll cut wires one by one and spread them. Actually, what I'll do, I'll make tape ready so they definitely won't touch one another. Okay, so when I cut the first wire, I can tape it. And I cut the plus first. So I try to cut as close to battery as possible, so we have enough meat to solder new battery on. Actually, the way I cut, it won't touch each other, so I will just leave it like that. Now, the old battery is out. Let's deal with the new one. To deal with the new one, we need to clean ends of the wire, which I did just now, and clean this one. Now, I'll start with the black wire here, so I can put, what we would do, we'll put tube straight away so we can heat shrink later. Alright, the tube is in, and we try to solder it all together. I'm not good at soldering, but I guess to save $500, that would do the trick. Actually, probably not good idea to solder on a paper. Just quickly remove the paper. Small wires do not really comply, but that's all right. Actually, what I might do, I may actually cut a little bit more and try to wire them together before I solder, because they're too small and they not really compliant here. I reckon that would be better. Okay, I think I've got some on, which is good. Now I'll try to squeeze it into tube. Cut the end of it. Squeeze it into tube. And now I'll try to heat shrink it. Okay, I think it's looking quite good. So now I'll do the plus wire, or red terminal, what it's called, I guess. Clean a little bit from this side. Now we unearth the other side. Clean a little bit here. Try to put them together. They're very small and unfortunately got big hands, which is not really helpful in this case. Oh, almost forgot to put shrink tube, which would be disaster, I guess. All right, the shrink tube is in. I think I'll try to free a little bit more wire so I can Alright, free a little bit more wire. Let's try to put them together. And now I'll try to solder them together. I think we've got success here. Quickly cut it off. quickly cut the top off. I know it's not professional, guys, but look, that's not my profession. I'm just trying to save money and show what could be done. And now heat shrink it. All right. So we heat shrunk them all. Just to be safe, I put another layer of tape on top of it. Look, they're quite constricted inside and they don't have any opportunity to move. But just in case, I'll put extra layer of electrical tape on top. All right, now let's plug it in and hopefully it will work. Okay, let's press the button and see. Oh, look, the Bluetooth light came on. That's a good sign. That means we made it work. All right, I'll turn it off and let's see if we can assemble it back. Red light, done. All right, now I think the trickiest part to actually make sure that the battery fits the real estate and we can safely close it. So I put my wires on the side here and battery from front to back, and now we'll see if I can fix that gasket that was going around. I think the gasket is all right. Oh no, we cannot do this. So there's another screw point here, so we cannot just shove it on the side. We need to make sure that it actually stays elsewhere, and I rather is to be in between screws here, maybe one somewhere on top. And see if that's good location. I learn as I go. Okay, it looks like it fits neatly and perfectly. Let's try to screw it up all together. Everything is so small, but that's fine. We're almost at the end of it. Also, when I disassembled, you will see where gasket is. It's a bit of silicon, and silicon basically provides that waterproof membrane for gasket. So if you see the silicon is dry and requires more, use silicon provided with the headset. I'm luckily saved one for myself from original box, but if yours run out, I don't think it's anything special. You can buy it in any hobby or electrical shop. Oh, look, nice and neat. Let's see if it powers up. It works. All right, guys. So here's a Greg, again from Brisbane. That was Interphone F5 from Cellular Line. that we just changed battery. You can buy, I think, 2 batteries for $25 from eBay. I think I did. And here you go, your headset that 3, 4, 5 years old could be easily repaired for $25. No need to spend another $500 because this is a beautiful piece of electronics. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and put any comments in so I can make more videos for you. Until next time, bye.